how many people do you think are doing this? I mean, we saw the P. Diddy stuff, the Epstein stuff is going crazy. It has been going crazy for years. I mean, you see politicians just consistently lying,
Yeah.
like knowingly lying. Not, I couldn't accomplish that. And it's 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 a straight up fucking lie.
Yeah, I'm astounded, frankly, that they can just look straight in your eye and just tell you something that's completely false, and they're bad about nothing. And for all intents and purposes, you look like they look like they're convinced of it. As far as I think in some of the upper levels, I think there's a fair number of people that are doing that. Percentage wise, I would have no idea, but it's drastically on the rise. That's the thing that we've noticed because when I first started doing this work 18 years ago, the number of people that had been involved in that was there was not a whole lot of people that were involved in that. But as time goes on, we're seeing more and more of that where we're having to clean people up because of those kinds of things that are happening. And the occult activity among the youth, especially those under the age of 25, is drastically on the rise. And so I think we're seeing much more of that type of thing happen.
What do you think about the stuff with for example, the latest Olympics opening ceremony, this big pentagram in the middle of it, or the one prior to that, also the
Oh,
Winter
yeah.
Olympics, the mockery of the Last Supper. I mean,
Right.
what is this? What is this is this
Well, it's like, did you ever see the ceremony for the opening of the tunnel in Switzerland? It was a full blown ritual to Baphomet. So I think that's just part of the
what
revealing.
tunnel in Switzerland?
There's a tunnel that they cut. I think it was like a 23-mile long tunnel that they cut. And when they did the opening ceremonies for it, it was supposed to cut down on this travel significantly for people in between countries. And you can actually find it actually online, but when you watch it, it's a full blown ritual to Baphomet. And so I think that's all part of the revealing of the method that the people that are at the top of these, the political elite, the financial elite, even people that are in charge of, stuff like the ceremonies that are the actual Olympics and that type of thing. These people that are at the very top of it. I don't know about specific individuals necessarily, specific individuals, but the people at the top, they're doing this stuff because they're revealing their belief. They're revealing the method.
They just want everybody to see. They want us all to know that it's real. I mean, what is the point?
The point is that demons are showmen, and so they get a certain amount of glory by their stuff being manifest in this life, and so that's why they like those two things being shown. But then also a lot of it is just to normalize people's exposure to it, so people have seen it enough to where they become comfortable with it, and then from there, then they can start opening up the avenue a lot more towards getting people to actually believe it. Once it becomes normalized and they've seen it enough, they're like, oh, okay, maybe I do believe that. Whereas if the first time you see something like that, ritual to Baphomet, you're just like, that's just sick. It's just weird. Whereas if they just keep doing it, eventually it becomes normalized, and then people get used to it.